George R. R. Martin has announced a new Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire book coming this May 7th, and everyone is so excited for it. So George R. R. Martin announced via Twitter that his new book is finally coming out, the new official Game of Thrones cookbook. It even has a foreword by George himself. Now, I know you're super excited about this book, so let me read the synopsis for it. From the world of George R. R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire comes a collection of 80 delicious recipes inspired by the histories of Westeros, Essos, and beyond. For those who long to dine with the dragon lords of Old Valyria or quaff a cup of mead with King Robert I, the official Game of Thrones cookbook unlocks the vast culinary world of George R. R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire. Presented as the in-world manuscript of a Citadel Maester, these 80 recipes take the reader on a delectable journey through the Seven Kingdoms, across the Narrow Sea, and back into the annals of history. The book is created by Chelsea Moreau Cassell, who tends the popular Inn at the Crossroads food blog and co-authored A Feast of Ice and Fire. Her Maester Altan is curious, food-obsessed, and loves the fare of the highborn and small folk alike. His recipes evoke the world's regions, histories, and stories in a charming and knowledgeable voice. The 8 chapters offer recipes for every meal of the day, including dothraki blood pie, crown roast, a boar's rib, Dornish cream cakes, red wine roasted grapes, seawood ship's biscuits, Wintertown wassail. Recipes are illustrated by mouth-watering food photography and stunning woodcut illustrations. A resource section suggests menus by region, so you can hold a feast in Riverlands, the Wall, or Bravos. Complete with an introduction by George R. R. Martin, the official Game of Thrones cookbook transports you to a much-loved world where tables groan with sumptuous feasts, goblets overflow with mead, and winter is always coming. Wow, that description. The internet, by the way, has responded just as you would expect with this announcement. With overwhelming support and love for George. Like some of these comments. So when we said finish the book please, we didn't mean this one, Grandpa George. Thanks for writing the book we are waiting for years. Does it have a recipe for finishing Winds of Winter? I really wonder if he's just trolling the fans at this point by posting stuff like this. Man keeps starting side quests while whole world freaks out about main one. Guys, what if this is the Winds of Winter, but the words and letter have to be rearranged to get the story? This is just an insult to injury. George will rather publish a collection of love notes from gas station toilets than finishing the series. Deal with it. Winter is never coming. Honestly, it is refreshing to see so many people rally behind George and his passion projects. You usually don't see this much support when he releases or talks about anything that isn't Winds of Winter. Like, I saw how super excited everyone was about that newly announced House of the Dragon HBO Game of Thrones official coloring book with 75 illustrations for all your adult coloring needs. And it also comes out May 7th. How crazy is that? Thank you, George, for always giving us the Game of Thrones A Song of Ice and Fire content that we desperately crave. I'm hoping next we get a Winds of Winter antidepressant line of drugs.